this is Mpumi Makadova Lola and welcome back to my channel. For those that have subscribed and have been viewing the videos on this channel, thank you so much. May the wonderful Lord bless you. And if you are viewing for the first time, may you be blessed too. This is a faith-based channel and sometimes I do post health videos, but 90% of this channel is about Christian related topics, anything Christian related. So if this channel is for you, please click the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so that when I upload videos you can be notified. So today I am going to talk about approval. What are you living by? God's approval or people's approval? Stay tuned. Okay guys, so I'm reading from Galatians chapter 1 verse 10. Does this sound as if I am trying to win human approval? No, indeed. What I want is God's approval. Am I trying to be popular with people? If I were still trying to do so, I would not be a servant of Christ. Paul wrote a letter to the church of Galatia, and he was writing to the Christians there, telling them that he has heard that there are people now trying to win people with a different gospel. They are changing the gospel now that will suit them. So if anybody, even us, if we ever try to change the gospel, we should be condemned to hell. That's what he says. I like the fact that verse 10 talks about winning people's approval, and if he was still trying to win people's approval, then he wouldn't be a servant of Christ. So this is what I want to talk about. Paul didn't say that to the Galatians in order to win people's approval, but he was doing it for God. So now, as people in this world, we go through situations, we go through life challenges, and we face things that God has approved or God has told us to go a certain way in our lives. But then we find people in our way. We find people that try to stop us to live the life that God wants us to live, because they feel that whatever they're saying to us is good, or whatever they're saying to us is the right thing. But there is no right thing if it does not have approval from God. There are so many times where as a person you try to explain yourself to another person when you don't need to. Sometimes they just deserve a simple yes or a simple no, and it ends there. But we want to be approved by that person so that we can always seem like we are good people. So that should stop. That should not be happening. You know, we can think that we are not seeking approval from people, but I realized it myself. I was trying to explain myself to a person who wouldn't actually understand me at all. But doing that, trying to prove myself over and over again, was just trying to win their approval, and it didn't have to happen that way. I got God approval to live a certain life, to do a certain thing, to take certain steps. And if they don't like it, they don't like it. You don't have to live your life trying to prove yourself to people, because you will be unhappy. You will never please anybody in this world, and you will never get approval from everybody in this world. When you make a decision, when you make a choice, you make sure that it is approved by God. When you live your life, you make sure that you're living a life that God wants you to live. When you take a stand for something, when you decide to do something for someone or for anything or for any reason, it has to be based on God's approval. But if it does not have God's approval, then you know that you should reflect and reevaluate the situation or what you are going through. You will never live a satisfactory, you will never live a life that is happy if we are going to live according to people. You please remember, don't explain yourself at times. You don't need to. As long as God says take this step, take it. Some people judge your situations, yes. Some people judge how you're living your life, yes. But if it's the life that God says that you must take, if it's the life that God says you must live, then I assure you then that it is okay, because you have found approval in God. That is it. I'm not justifying sin, and I'm not justifying wrongdoing. I am living a life that pleases Christ. What I'm saying here is that if you live your life according to Christ, and if you live your life based on the steps that Christ said you must take for your own journey, for your own road, then you do that. You are going to reach a certain place that nobody is going to reach. They are also going to reach a certain place, and that is when only God can tell them what to do. Yes, people can advise us, it's a good thing. But when a person starts telling you how you should live your life, now that is not a true person for you. Whenever a person does not approve you, just know that you are now in the constituents zone. We have 3 people, the comrades, right? I took this from Pastor T.D. Jakes, as he says it. Pastor T.D. Jakes has helped me in so many ways. Yes, so I watch his channel a lot. So when he was talking about the 3 people in your life, the comrades and the, I can't pronounce this right, constituents and the confidants, that's when you will realize who is for you, and who will stick by God's approval for your life. So take it from God. Only live by God's approval. Don't mess up your road. Don't mess up your lane, because you're living according to what other people are saying and how other people want you to live. Take approval only from God. You know, this book will give you the best direction for your life. And praying to God and speaking to Him every day. So guys, this was the message for today. Hope that you enjoyed it. And if you have been in a situation where you have been forced, you know, where you have sought people approval, then please comment down below and tell me how you went about this situation, or if you have any say about this topic of today, then I will be glad and I will be happy to hear from you. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, I love you guys. Mwah. Agape.